Just in, that is in the Premier League, Newcastle has just beaten Arsenal 1-0, courtesy of a goal from Alexander Isak that was in the 12th minute after an assist that is from big man himself, that is Anthony Gordon, when he capitalized that is on a poor marking of Arsenal defense and slotted that is a long cross, and Alexander Isak jumped over the defenders of Arsenal and slotted the ball into the back of the net, where goalkeeper that is David Raya did not have any chances of touching the ball, and since then it was 1-0. We thought that Arsenal will come back into this game. However, Newcastle kept on being very rampant after having a well-organized defense that couldn't let Arsenal players, the likes of Alexander Trossard, the likes of Kai Havertz, the likes of Bukayo Saka, that is to navigate that is through the defense, maybe to create any chances that could be securing that is to Newcastle, when the big men themselves, that is the likes of Livramento, were very instrumental. The likes of Nick Pope, that is in goal, was very instrumental. The likes of Bruno Guimaraes were very instrumental. The likes of Willock were very instrumental. The likes of Longstaff, the likes of Alexander Isak, Anthony Gordon, and even Joe Wellington looked very good, that is on the day, making sure that Newcastle's win helped them to climb that is to 8th position, currently with 15 points, and Arsenal still remain that is in the 3rd position. However, if other teams continue on winning, that is they will take away Arsenal from the 3rd position. That is the likes of Chelsea Football Club, they will be having a game up against Manchester United tomorrow, the likes of Aston Villa, and even others, the likes of Brighton, that will be taking on Liverpool, and even others. So to any fan of football, I think this is one of the big games that you shouldn't have missed out. Reason being that it had many opportunities being created. However, for Arsenal this time, they had the fewest that is attempts that is on goal, where the Newcastle defense looked very good on point, like how they did up against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup, winning that game convincingly 2-0. Newcastle this time avoided back-to-back defeats. Remember last weekend they had lost that is to Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, that was 2-1. So this time at their home stadium, they have managed to beat that is Arsenal, that is 1-0, and they beat Chelsea 2-0, that was in the Carabao Cup. And even when Manchester City came over there, that is at St. James, they managed to draw that game, that was 1-1, meaning that this Newcastle side could be replicating the other season that they had when they performed until 4th position and they represented England, that is in the UEFA Champions League. So this time under the stewardship of big man Alexander Isak, the man who is one of the most informed players, having scored 12 goals in the previous 12 games, meaning that is the most player all current that is also in the league, alongside the likes of Cole Palmer, Erling Brandt Haaland, Nicholas Jackson. All in all, this Newcastle is performing better. Maybe they could be streaming further. Back to Arsenal Football Club, all the key players were somehow back. The likes of William Saliba were present after sustaining the other red card up against Bournemouth. So he returned in this game. However, he wasn't all that very impactful as he has always been, meaning that this Newcastle side under the stewardship of Anthony Gordon in one of the flanks, the likes of that is Joe Wellington, looked very instrumental, bringing the ball to them, putting their defense under scrutiny or asking them so many questions. So this game was one of the biggest one that you shouldn't have missed out. Reason being that Nick Pope was very instrumental in goal. Even the coach himself, that is Eddie Howe, had approached a good system. First and foremost, he opened up the ball to Arsenal. Later on, after getting the goal, around starting from the 70th minute, he decided that is on the defensive mechanism, and the disciplined defense managed to hold on until that is the last whistle, meaning that it is a good day in office.